from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go! First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, Blue 80! Blue 80! 51, down!
Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down, even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Hey, Tuesday.
On third down, Ryan. He's got his man, Boyd. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. A first down carry for Smith. And some space here. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Ortiz. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Now it's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They go back to the ground now with Smith. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Ryan. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, but it'll be second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Ready, black 25. You up, check. Check.
This is Quadri Allison, the rookie from Pitt. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice,
got a man that's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
At the 43-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Let's go. 49, check 49, check 49. Pack 11. Slam.
They'll run on first down. Smith, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tuesday.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, with the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watson now to throw. Letting one go deep for the ends. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Ryan. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Breon Body Calhoun, a sack coming off the corner blitz. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep for the Texans, Will Fuller. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string. But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Watson. He completes it to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Watson on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. They go play action with Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll take it at the 42. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Watson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken at his 4th. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson off to Thomas on the left side. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Play action. Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Texans 24, Falcons 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
That's it, baby. We got one.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Let him know. Space. Ringo.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
You're set. 19. Check. 59. Watch the run.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. A gain of 37.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
47. 19. Oh, you got deep. Man left. 4 down. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Scrimmage, again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the pro.
That exists when you're between the 20s. They don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tight.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch twist.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 62 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Ready. Check 55 to Mike. Wild.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan, he finds Ross. Right side, it's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10. And this results in 6. Touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to the air. Ryan after the pick 6. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. And the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Airing one out for Boyd. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective. They had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. His throw caught at about the 5. 12 yards there and a first down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? His pass caught at the 4. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Ryan. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Operating from the gun, Ryan, he's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. DJ Reader. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
What is that? 19? 59. Push him back. Push it back.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he will get into the end zone.
Let's go.
Still an important piece of business to take care of. The extra. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Texans 48, Falcons 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Down. Ready. Blue 80. Check. You don't want this. You go tight. Get out. Wait. Tight right there.
On 1st down, Ryan. Now a desperation throw. It got his man complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
He's set. 19. Check. 45 to Mike. Yeah. We don't want none.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Flush to his right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready. 280. Check, Mike. 39. No chance.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Set. 18. Check Mike 45. Let's get the ball.
After the interception, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
59, ready. 51, sub. 280. Pick up the ball. Hey, check Mike 30. Ready, set.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Ryan. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jadeveon Clowney able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.